it's Melissa from Nature's Garden. Today I'm going to show you how to make an air freshener ornament. Let's whip it up! Okay, so Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and so many of us, we get flowers, and a really great way to repurpose those flowers is to dry them out and reuse them. So what we've done is we have some flowers that we've dried that we thought were really pretty in color, and we wanted to add them to a scented ornament that we'll use as an air freshener. In addition, we have some of the whole jasmine flowers that we carry at Nature's Garden. We're going to be scenting it with our Tulip Fragrance Oil, and we're using our palm wax, which as you can see has a really pretty crystallized effect. And what we'll do is we're going to start with melting our palm wax. We're going to melt the palm wax to 210 degrees, and then we'll come back and add our color and our fragrance. So we're just going to put the wax into our pouring pot, and this is 16 ounces of wax by weight. And we're going to put our pouring pot right on our double boiler and just let it melt. And then once we get it melted, we're going to pour it into a heart-shaped mold, and then we'll put a hole in the top of the mold, and we'll use our spooled wicking. You could also use a ribbon or a string of any kind, and we'll rope them through. Okay, so now our wax is at 210 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to go ahead and add our color and our fragrance, and then we'll pour around 200 degrees. We are pouring into a silicone mold. So what we're going to do, because we don't want the ornaments to be too heavy, we're only going to pour maybe about a third of the way in each cavity. So we're only going to put about 2.5 ounces in each cavity. So when we add our color, we're going to use a toothpick because we're going for a very, very light pink. So we'll just take the toothpick and dip it into the liquid candle dye. And then we'll take it and dip it into our pouring pot and just swirl it around. And now we have our fragrance oil. We are doing a 12% fragrance load. So we're using, it's 1.9 ounces of fragrance oil. We'll go ahead and pour that in. And we're just going to stir it all together. And we're going to go ahead and pour right into each cavity. And like I said, we're just pouring a third of the way. Okay, so now all we're going to do is we're going to add the rose petals that we've dried as well as the whole jasmine into the wax. And now we're just going to add some of the jasmine. And now we're just going to wait for them to set up, and then we'll come back and we'll put some string in there. So while we're waiting, we're going to go ahead and prepare our string. I've already prepared one. We're going to cut the We're going to cut the string in about an 18-inch length. Again, we're using the Spooled Wicking, and we'll need a total of 6 of them. We're just going to tie the ends together. Okay, and then we're just going to wait for the hearts to set up. Okay, so our hearts have set up. They are still warm to the touch. So while they're still warm, we want to go ahead and put a hole in each of the hearts. So it's really up to you as far as the location. You can either put it at the top or you can put it at the side so that when it hangs, it kind of hangs sideways. I'm going to do some each way so that you can see what they look like both ways. And we're using a wick pin to put the hole in the center in the heart. You want to make sure, as I said, that they're warm to the touch, but that they're not completely hardened to a point where you can't get the wick pin through. So go ahead and start. Okay, so now we're going to let these finish cooling down, and then we'll remove them from the mold and do another round. You're going to get about 24 out of this batch. So we'll repeat the process a few times and then get the string put on the hearts. Okay, so as you can see, we have just a very slight pink tint to our hearts. What I did with this one is I put a hole right here at the corner. So now we're just going to take the spooled wick that we created, and we're going to push it through that hole. And we're just going to loop it through. And there you go. So now we'll just repeat this process with the remaining 5, and then we'll move to the next round. Okay, and there you have it. Making your own scented ornaments is really that simple. For even more fragrance fun ideas, make sure you check out our website at www.naturesgardencandles.com. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel and you like the video. And until next time, we'll see you later. Bye, guys.